brand new banger.
NuKKle Comics Tuesday is fucking Tuesday. We got Lay in the building. We got Cap in the building. Cabs can't make it tonight, but he's here in spirit on Lay.
My man, just chilling, brother, chilling.
What's up, Cap? How you doing?
Doing pretty good.
Is that? And the father goes shamefully, that's my son. And the other guy goes shamefully, Orion goes, that's my father. Choose fear and hate to run your life. Something you can't do. That was wrong with me from the beginning. I was doing it that way. I was gonna go down that path. I worried.
You thought it was Grayson?
Sorry, got hurt. It's like not him. Not him.
Crack his brain for somebody, anybody that can help, and remembers. Freeze.
The media.
No,
Randall Savage. With his knowledge and all other shit and his capacity to learn.
Absolutely.
This is the only vegan I'll ever eat is grilled chicken wings, because that's like vegan to me. You know what I'm saying? Because the chicken wings are supposed to be fried, but you grill the chicken wings and you put it in some sauce and give it some blue cheese.
Is vegan.
That's vegan. Like regular moo cow fuck milk. Put it in some Honey Nut Cheerios. Vegan, because Honey Nut Cheerios is good for your heart. You know what I'm saying? Can I steal the question from Cabs?
I got it right. Look at this.
I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal. I would also like to steal.
You're too late.
Wow.
I stay loose, I stay hype, I stay loose, I stay hype, I stay loose, I stay hype. I could do this all night, cause I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like, yeah, I do what I like. Sipping goose, sip is right, and I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow, yeah, I go with the flow. Cause I know I'm the show. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. Yeah, they know I'm a pro. Let's go, let's go! Yeah! Let's go! Here I go, I get lit, I get hyped for this shit! Right.
Word. He be like, I got a left elbow and a right elbow. I can break your face with an any elbow. Make sure that you get elbowed in your elbow with an elbow. Got the arm ball, get the phone ball, get around with the bomb with the bomb ball.
Daddy's gonna take you to Jersey Shore.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is fucking Tuesday night. You know what that means? NuKKle Comics. We back in the building. We be back with the real shit. Not that true shit, not that fake shit, not that we want opinion shit, not that other shit. We gonna tell you what it really be about. We got that funky monkey keeping it chunky, and Cap's in the building. What's going on, Cap?
Not much, man. How you doing?
Chilling. Now, tonight we got something to talk about, because we've been alluding to this for years, but it's come down to it, and there's a big problem that Marvel is running into, but comic book movies together have run into, and we're going to discuss that a little later. But, you know, as always, we start the show off with some news. We start the show off with some battles, and I know Cap got some battles for me that he wants me to talk about. So what you got, Cap?
Yeah, you're on a little bit of a delay, just so you know. Yeah, I've seen. So we have this thing where we're gonna fuse two DC characters together, and they're gonna go through the gauntlet of trying to get every Infinity Stone, and the Infinity Stones are being guarded by a fusion of two Marvel characters. I've seen this video play out online a few times, but this time Toe's gonna give us DC guy can actually fucking get any, if at all, of the Infinity Stones when he goes up against the fusions. So that's how we're gonna put our little twist. Not just gonna show you the shit. Toe's actually gonna break it down and see if it's possible, if he can get any of them, if at all.
All right. Let's see what's happening.
Oh, we doing that now?
I mean, it's up to you. You want to go through some of the
But
news,
normally we
some of the
do the
stuff that
news
we
and
got?
shit. If there's no news,
All
we
right.
can do
So,
this.
all right. I got a question for you. Delete one movie from history: The New Superman, Civil War, Avengers Endgame, or The Batman. You may need to reset your PC.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a quick reset. I'll be back in just a moment. Talk amongst yourselves.
All right. So for me, if I had to delete one of those movies from history, I would delete The Batman. Just because I think Superman started something good. It was like the Superman cartoon. It was they're introducing the Justice League, new characters is bigger than what it is. The Batman was something by itself, and the first quarter of that movie was good, and then after the seventh time you try to leave, you're like, all right, yo, bro, what the fuck is going on here? There's 18 endings to this shit, and the more you watch it, the more it's like, oh, I didn't like the way the Riddler was portrayed on that shit. I didn't like the way that he wasn't really a detective. I didn't like Catwoman. Her best friend was kidnapped and she had no urgency in getting her. It just seemed like that shit was stupid. So I figured that one I would delete from history because there's 84 more Batmans. Civil War was fucking an amazing movie. And Avengers Endgame was near perfect. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we ain't getting rid of those. You gotta be out your mind. You get rid of those. You get rid of those, we ain't friends no more. That's just the fact, Jack. You know what I'm saying? I rewatched X-Men 97. And a part of me is like, all right, yo, this was good. It's still good. It holds up. But I'm kind of disappointed in the way that they portrayed Captain America. Captain America is not that type that's just a blind soldier. And he went there and he knows that Rogue was right. That's why he didn't stop her. But then when they were about to send the nukes up to the fucking Meteor X or Asteroid X, he did nothing to stop him. I'm like, yo, I think Cap would have tried his best to stop him. You know what I'm saying? Like, not for nothing, he would have tried his best to stop because he knows that would have been a fucking act of war, and you don't want to go to war with Magneto for the mutants. The way they're treating the mutants is wrong. I know this is an X-Men and is a mutant show, but you got to have some other person like, yo, this is wrong. Whether it's this, that, or the third, it's wrong. And I can't stand for it, so why are you standing for it? You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about I rewatched X-Men 97.
Yeah.
And I didn't like the way that they portrayed Captain America in it. You know, because when they sent the nukes to Asteroid X, he just sat there with the look on his face like, damn. Like, motherfucker, you are Captain America. You can stop this shit. You are not a blind soldier just following the president. You know what I'm saying? Like, where's your speech? Like, yo, this is wrong. Like, why is Magneto the only one giving a shit about his mutants?
Yeah. I see what you're saying. It doesn't bug me as much because we're seeing these characters through the perspective of the mutant community. So we're not seeing Steve Rogers as we know Steve Rogers. We're viewing Steve Rogers through the lens of how mutant kind sees him.
Yeah.
So for all we know, in reality, he gave that speech and it didn't work. And that's why he had that look. But from the perspective of the mutants, Soldier Boy is just gonna do what the captain says. You know what I mean?
I got you. In that case, I get it. I get it. But so delete one movie from history: The New Superman, The Batman, Civil War, or Endgame.
The Batman.
All right. So let Show know why you would delete The Batman.
Oh, all the other movies are more entertaining. You can't get rid of Civil War. You can't get rid of Civil War is one of my favorite MCU
Right.
movies. Can't get rid of
Yep.
Endgame. Superman. Wait, which Superman?
Yeah,
this new one, right? This new Superman was fun as hell, and like I actually enjoyed it thoroughly. We've said it before. Lay got up because he thought the Batman was over.
Yeah.
And we still had another half an hour left.
I told one of the guys I work with that this Batman is the Full Metal Jacket of comic book movies. Like after one point, you get up and just stop watching it because the rest of it don't make no sense. Joe, same question to you. And since you laughing because you have no idea what you walked into,
if you only knew.
if you could delete one movie from history, what would it be? The new Superman that you didn't watch, the Batman that you didn't watch, Captain America: Civil War that you didn't watch, or Avengers Endgame?
I watched that
one you didn't watch.
You bugging. Those last two ones you could keep. I've seen those. Those are actually good. I'm gonna go with. You said the Batman and which one?
The
was
new
the first
Superman
one?
that just came out.
Nah, the one that just came out. Y'all seem to be at different ends. Some people love it, some people don't. So that must be a good movie. Y'all want perfection. I'm gonna go with the Batman.
I'm confused by your explanation, but okay. You picked the
Batman.
Batman.
I haven't seen the Batman. I haven't seen Superman. But from what you guys talk about Superman, there's some that like it, some that don't like it, some that think it's bad, some that think it's terrible, some that think it's great. So that means that movie's good. It's just you guys are being picky.
How are we
By the
being
way, what do
picky?
you mean you
We
guys?
said we liked it.
Whoever don't like them is being picky. The ones that like them obviously like it, but the ones that don't like it are just being picky. There's too many people that like it for that movie to be bad, from what I hear.
Okay.
Hey, listen, man, I get it. I would delete.
Yeah, like
I would delete Batman just for the fact that one, the Superman movie introduced the Justice League and all these other characters and like a new version of Superman. The Batman movie didn't introduce nothing. This is supposed to be him being more the detective. He didn't detect nothing. The play to Adam West's Batman thumb drive shit was weak. The best part about the Batman was the Penguin and Commissioner Gordon. And that's only because Commissioner Gordon could play a fucking shoebox and he'll be one of the best actors in the fucking movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, this man had you believing he was Dominican in Shaft. I'm sorry, that motherfucker's a good actor. But yeah, that movie,
classically trained.
For the longest time, I was like, if we make a movie about it, he plays dad.
yeah, he looks, spot on. He look like my pops. Yeah, so I think you get rid of the Batman because there's 28 other Batmans, and some of them are better than this one. And I hate the "you're not my dad" to Alfred. I hate that. I hate it. Batman is not supposed to be a fucking sleepless emu motherfucker that with little fucking crocodile arms and little neck. You're making me go outside. Just because he was a vampire in one movie doesn't need to be a vampire in every movie. Okay? Glittering and shit. Bitch. And I hated the fucking Riddler. I hated the fucking Riddler. The Riddler looked like a fucking pedophile that was a sex addict, that was hard of breathing, and then turned stupid. Like, he looked like he was perfectly saying the minute they caught him, I'm gonna put fucking peanut butter up my ass and start eating shit. Like that's what the fuck he looked like. The Joker sucked. Like, no, we're getting down. You want it? You want the honest fucking truth? There you go. You pull it out of me. You want the fucking honest truth? There goes your fucking honest truth. I watched this shit too many fucking times and I see the fucking truth of this shit. It's bad. It's bad. When I watched fucking The Watchmen one time, I said that shit sucks. Then I watch it again, it goes, all right, it's all right. I watch it again, it's getting good. And then I watch it like 15 times, like, That movie's pretty good. After I understood what the fuck's happening, I watched this shit once. Oh, this shit is all right. I watch it again, like, what? To watch it third time, this shit completely sucks. I can't even get to the part where it ended the first time. Bitch, fucking Catwoman. My best friend been kidnapped. I need help. Let's get some milk. Because we need milk. Because I'm a cat. Meow. She's a cat burglar. Bitch.
Makes sense.
Fucking bitch.
All right, now
I
need you to
I could gauge that y'all don't like
tell
that
us how
movie.
you really feel.
Exactly. You can tell that you don't like it.
I love it.
It's my favorite movie.
What was you saying, Cap? I heard you say something in the living room, but it didn't come out in the theater.
I said, now I need you to tell me how you really feel.
Okay. I ran the stop sign and speeding. What movie is that from, Show?
You don't know. He's not even listening.
I'm gonna say Flash because you said speeding.
Yes, you're very close. It's Liar Liar.
Oh man, said close. Jim Carrey is part of you too.
You ready for this this thing? Or do we have more to?
Ooh,
So did you ever hear about how Superman is black?
Well, the one from
No. Like the mythos of Superman comes from black culture. Like he's a
No.
sun god from Egypt. Kal-El is an Egyptian name, and the shit that they do in Krypton is the same shit they did in Egypt and all
yeah,
other
but
shit.
Egyptians don't consider themselves black though.
Well, black people consider Egyptian because of the Nile River.
Okay,
Listen, I don't know, but we're in a struggle. We're in a struggle, and no one knows shit anymore. So Superman is from another planet, but he black, which I think he more Mexican than anything because he's an illegal alien that everybody wants to get the fuck out of here, but people love him when he works. You know what I mean? When he hard at work, everybody love him, but when he not doing nothing, get him the fuck out of my country.
yeah. Hey, that's they try to make him an anchor baby, right?
Right shit. So the Man of Tomorrow announcement. What is that? Just Superman 2, or did they like say some shit?
Well, so the announcement, I believe, is that they're going ahead with Superman 2, and I think it's going to be based off of the Man of Tomorrow comic,
Okay.
which was a significant, I think, Grant Morrison run. I think it was a good run and a good follow up for doing All-Star Superman, which is essentially what they riffed off of.
Okay. All right. So the CW Flash, that's Grant Gustin, right?
Yes.
So someone asked him if he could play a character in the James Gunn DC universe, who would it be? And he goes, the Flash. And then the dude who played the Reverse Flash in the same thing goes, the Reverse Flash.
Yeah.
And everybody starts cheering. It's like, well, I mean,
Yo, he even got up and was like, "Yo, Gunn, we're here."
right? You don't need no training.
Coincidentally, Grant Gustafson said that if he could play a Marvel character, he would be the Peter Parker from Into the Spider-Verse, the one that bring his baby with him.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah, because he's not too old to play that Spider-Man.
Oh. I mean, I could see that him being like a teacher,
Yeah.
father figure type. Okay, so actor Greg Dillahunt, he looks familiar. I forgot where he's from, but he made a post on his Insta story confirming his role as Black Hand in DCU's Lantern TV show.
Wait, he's playing Black Hand?
Yeah.
Shit, that's the motherfucker who kicks off the whole Black Ring, the Ring of Death shit. That motherfucker is powerful. What was the actor's name?
Greg Dillahunt. Dillahut.
Oh, okay. He's shit. He's done a lot of little things, mainly on TV and shit.
Okay.
I naming them would mean nothing to you. So
Yeah. Do you think that we'll ever get a moment in time where Batman and Superman change uniforms to fuck with people?
no. You can't get actors that look similar enough for that to make sense. Because let's just say that James Gunn said, fuck it, and we're keeping Robert Pattinson as Batman. You're gonna switch out a 5'8", 110-pound man with a 6'3", 280-pound man? Like,
I mean, just put on glasses. Yeah. Batman with glasses. Oh shit, we didn't know what that was.
maybe if James Gunn pulled the unthinkable and made Henry Cavill Batman, then maybe you could switch him out.
Right shit. All right, so that's pretty much all we got. Everything else is bullshit.
All right, so let's run down this gauntlet here. Only thing I need from you is just to get the Infinity Stones up so you could keep track of who's got what.
Okay, so just get a picture of the Infinity Stones.
You can, who.
I don't know why it put me as. I don't know why it put me as.
Every time this fucking laptop has an update, this shit bugs out.
All right. That's right. We seeing boobies. Am I the only one? Yep.
Yo,
You good,
I got full fucking bars here.
I don't know what it was. Show said we seeing boobies and you left.
All right.
All
so
right.
here's how this is gonna work. We're gonna randomly generate 2 DC characters that will fuse together.
Right.
And then they are going to try to get the Infinity Stones. But the Infinity Stones are being guarded by 2 Marvel characters that are fused together.
Right.
All right. And you're going to go through and tell us if the fusion of the DC character can get anyone, if at all, of these Infinity Stones. All right.
All right.
So here is your first DC character. Ooh, and we got Catwoman. Catwoman is going to fuse with Cyborg. So Cyborg and Catwoman are going after the Infinity Gauntlet.
All right.
All right, now let me switch over to the Marvel characters. Here we go. And now the Mind Stone is being protected by a fusion of Thor, and Spider-Man.
They ain't doing nothing. Catwoman and Cyborg died. They lost. Goodbye forever. Never, never, nothing.
Damn.
Because
So then,
whatever agility Catwoman gives Cyborg is nullified by Spider-Man, plus the Spidey sense. So they can't even sneak in anywhere because, to burglarize the shit. And plus, Moliere would destroy Cyborg's fucking armor. No one could lift that shit up. You got Spider-Man wheeling the fucking Moliere. Nah, sorry. I can't see Catwoman and Cyborg doing nothing to him.
All right, so now they make their second attempt at the Reality Stone.
Hold up, real quick. Show, what do you think?
I think I got. You said Thanos, right?
What?
You said Thanos and Spider-Man. Can sit this one out.
No, Thor and Spider-Man.
Nice talk with you.
Get the fuck out of here, show.
So we're gonna go on to the Reality Stone, and coincidentally, the first person who's guarding the Reality Stone is Thanos,
Okay.
and he's fusing with. Let's see here. He's fusing with Thor as well.
For Catwoman and Cyborg?
Yep.
No, it's Catwoman and Cyborg ain't doing shit. Now, show. Now, Thor and Thanos are teaming up, are merging together to defend the Reality Stone against Catwoman and Cyborg.
You said Thor and Thanos, right?
Yeah.
So remember, it's not a team up. They're mashed together into one character.
Exactly. Like yo, Spider-Man, you could this half of my body could sit it. I got it. I think half of them would be those two girls. Just Thanos.
Those two girls?
I understand there's a fusion. Isn't it two girls? You said Catwoman and somebody else.
Catwoman and Cyborg. Not only are you
Cyborg is not a
not
girl?
only are you sexist right now, but you're machinist too.
This is a new word. You machinist. That's a good one.
All right, so they're 0 for 2.
Yeah.
They're going after the Power Stone now.
Thanos beat him up in both cases and he wasn't even in one of them.
Ooh. The Power Stone is being defended by a fusion of Iron Man,
Ooh.
and Spider-Man. I swear there are more names than just Thor and Spider-Man on this goddamn list.
Shit. See, now this one is a little trick because it's almost
Almost
the
there.
agility from Catwoman and Spider-Man are comparable together. I think Spider-Man has an edge on Catwoman fighting ability. Cyborg and Iron Man can probably nullify each other with their ability to hack each other's software, right? Because Cyborg is a mother box, right?
Yes.
So Cyborg might have the stronger tech in him than Iron Man's suit. Am I not mistaken?
Possible. Yeah.
So we would have to rely more on Spider-Man. And Spider-Man has defeated the Justice League. I mean, the Avengers and the X-Men at one point in time. So I think it's a close one, but I would still give it to Spider-Man and Iron Man.
All right, so that's 0 for 3. We're going for the Space Stone now.
All right.
Quick
And the
question.
Space Stone is
Yeah, look.
good.
Sorry. Why do they make Spider-Man look so weak in the movies?
Because
Y'all
he has
make
to
him
hold
so
back.
powerful. Okay.
Because so here's the thing. Spider-Man can punch a hole through someone at like half strength. He's stronger than Captain America. He can fight the Hulk. Like he has in one iteration of the story, he has like one of the strongest super soldier serums in him because it mixed with the spider gene, and he has like 10 times the strength or some shit. But his ability, his strength is comparable to a lot of fucking demigods. So he has to hold back a lot so he doesn't hurt people. And that's why when he fought Kingpin and he didn't hold back, he like beat him half to death.
Oops.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why they make him look weak. And also, if you're talking about the cartoon, they weren't allowed to do real shit in the cartoon.
Yeah. So, Space Stone. First half of this fusion that's guarding it, Captain Marvel.
Carl Danvers.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm
It's
skipping
Spider-Man.
it. It was, and I'm skipping it.
Fight is over, bro.
Spider-Man is the defender of all of the stones.
Yeah. So it's Captain Marvel and Drax.
Hey, fight is over. Captain Marvel.
Yeah, I think Captain Marvel got this one by herself. But then you got Drax, who's also a fucking strong machine that's out there to kill Thanos. Like, I think that
So
match was strong.
it doesn't look like they're getting any of these stones here.
No,
Let's
it
go
doesn't.
for the time stone.
Spider-Man and Spider-Man.
No, Thanos again.
Skip him. Get another one in.
Skip him.
Yeah, no more doubles.
Ooh, that was close. But it turned out to be Captain America with the time stone. How fucking serendipitous is that?
Right? Shit, man out of time, guarding the time. And Spider-Man.
And I am Groot.
I am Groot. Captain America and Groot.
Why you say that?
Because Captain America was able to wield Moliere and command everything the minute he touched it. This motherfucker's fighting ability with the shield and the ability to grow and do all this shit that Groot got. They ain't gonna be able to.
Hey,
Unless the merge between Cyborg and Catwoman looks good, I don't see them having a chance.
yo, but here's
Catwoman just
Cause Cyborg may fire.
here's the funny thing. Cyborg can't hack organic material.
yeah.
So Steve Rogers is a tree. Or however you put them together, that's something you gotta deal with now.
Yeah, you know,
All right.
like
So the last stone here, the
Going on,
soul
Big
stone. Who's guarding the soul stone? Spin the wheel so it doesn't say the same names over and over again.
Spider-Man.
So we got Spider-Gwen. Gwen Stacy is Spider-Man or Spider-Woman. And she's teaming up with Gamora.
Ooh, there goes your two women show. I don't really know Spider-Gwen's full ability.
I think it's Peter Parker. It was Gwen Stacy who got bitten instead.
Okay. And Gamora's an excellent fighter.
Yes.
I think they got this one. I think Cyborg and Catwoman.
Oh,
I have
Cyborg and Catwoman
Yeah.
are beating this group.
Yeah, I think so. I know the spider sense and all other shit, but like I said, I know what Spider-Man can do. I don't know what Spider-Gwen can do.
Okay.
You know, like there's a difference. Like how
And you
US
don't think
Agent has stronger abilities than Captain America, but US Agent ain't shit to Captain America. You know what I'm saying?
sure. And you don't think Gamora can just because I guess
It's Cyborg. You know, yeah, you know.
All right. Hey, fair enough. One more question for you. I have here an entire fucking wheel of both DC and Marvel heroes. We're gonna spin this shit for a one-on-one battle, and you're gonna tell me who wins.
All right.
And in this corner, we have the Invisible Woman, Sue Storm, and her opponent,
The Visible
Heimdall.
Woman. Oh, Heimdall. Oh, shit. The one person that will be able to see her.
Oh, he might be able to.
Thor's protector? Yeah, bugging.
Well, I mean, he protects the Bifrost.
Because he can see everything, right? He can see.
He can see everybody, but I want to see if he can see.
Shit. Heimdall or Sue Storm. Heimdall is not galactic, so
Hondo!
so Sue Storm might not be able to push him.
So, his all-seeing gift is vast, but not truly omniscient. What They fucked this up. He can see a lot of shit, but it's not a guarantee that he can see invisibility.
Okay.
Sometimes he might be able to. Sometimes he might not be able to.
Sometimes it's good. Sometimes maybe shit. What else is his powers? He has the sight. And
Other than that, he's an Asgardian. He's got the super strength, the durability.
Shit, I don't know. I think can't Sue Storm put a bubble in his head and blow him up? I think if we're gonna do power for power, I think Sue might beat that one.
Remember, Sue doesn't have to get close.
Yeah. He turns invisible. He might not be able to see her. She has the ability to put a force field around him and send his ass to the fucking moon.
Or crush him.
Yeah, so I think there's more ways for Sue to win that one. But if Heimdall can see her and it's a battle, he's whooping that ass. So yeah, I would say Sue.
Now, it's kind of apropos that we got Sue who came up with this last bit, because once we get into our main topic, excuse me, she's part of it.
Yep.
We're saying should we do one more?
Yeah, let's do one more, and then we're gonna see if Show's listening, so he can probably help answer the question.
All right. So in the right corner, we got Aquaman. And Aquaman is going up against Rocket.
Raccoon?
No, Rocket Mortgage. Yes, Rocket Raccoon.
All right, Rocket Mortgage versus. All right, so Rocket Mortgage versus Aquaman.
Nobody's beating that mortgage. I've been paying that shit 15 years, bro. Undefeated.
All right, Rocket Raccoon or Aquaman?
That's for you, Show.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know I was unmuted. Rocket Raccoon. Oh, this one might be easy because I've seen Rocket Raccoon and all he does is shoot and he got a gun. He doesn't have no magical power. So I'm gonna go with. You said Silver Surfer? Who was the second one?
Aquaman.
Aquaman. I'm gonna go with Aquaman. He got powers. Both of them would have beat him. Aquaman, Silver Surfer.
So what do you? How does information permeate your ears and go into your brain? I want to know that.
Well, that information that come through my ears, it came through my eyes. I watched the raccoon. He only got a gun.
You were listening to Toe, and you said Silver Surfer.
Well, I restarted my computer as I was listening. That don't count.
Well, you started your phone, but all right.
Yeah, I restarted my phone as you said. Show, we're gonna need you to answer this question. Bloop. Oh no.
Oh, here's something for you, show. Because I looked it up. Aquaman is not completely bulletproof.
See,
He is highly resist. He what do you call it? He has a high bullet resistance due to his dense superhuman skin, and he can withstand low to medium caliber bullets. But we all know Rocket Raccoon don't do fucking 9 mils.
What's
Yeah.
what's Aquaman's power?
He can breathe underwater, and he's got he's got strength based on the fact that his body has to survive in the pressures of the deep water.
he gonna
Oh,
live in a
this
box and he ain't gonna eat.
oh, this is easy. So he could just grab the raccoon and drag him into deep waters.
True, but you gotta catch the raccoon. I don't know if
True.
you ever see how fast and nimble they are. Then second, you gotta withstand a barrage of bullets and fucking grenades and any other type of armament that he's got.
All right, so let's say, Joe, Rocket Raccoon goes to what is it, Atlantis? Is that where
Yeah.
he goes to Atlantis to fight Aquaman? So he already has a pressurized suit that's not gonna destroy him when he goes into deep water, and he's able to breathe there because he has a apparatus. Rocket Raccoon is also a highly intelligent species. He helped Iron Man and Bruce Banner make that gauntlet to withstand the power of the Infinity Stones. He rebuilt the ship to get to Ego when his ship was crashed with who was with him? Yondu. He did he fucked up a whole army that was going after him when they were crashed like that. And he has the ability to make weapons out of anything. So if he gets Asgardian tech, this man might be Atlantean tech. He might be able to make some shit that goes boom in the night. So there is a case where Rocket Raccoon may be able to beat Aquaman, but Aquaman, depending on which Aquaman we getting at, is just as strong as Superman in the water, right?
He's comparable.
So, like, Rocket Raccoon gets caught, he might be dead.
Can I give you an example of what I think Aquaman is? Because I've never seen the movie, but I see him as Neymar,
That's exactly what he is.
and I don't see bullets get off. Yeah.
That's what he is, but except Namor is a mutant.
The only major difference is Aquaman can literally communicate with fish.
Damn.
Yeah.
Have sharks attack.
So that's another thing that Rocket has to deal with if he's down there.
Yeah, he's in deep trouble.
Yeah. So that's a good one.
What about Neymar versus Aquaman? That
I think the ability for Neymar, the ability to fly and his strength and all that. I think
Namor has the killer instinct. Namor's killing this motherfucker dead.
Namor during one of the wars. I think it was the war where it was the X-Men versus the Avengers and the Phoenix Saga, or whatever. During one of those times where everyone teamed up to fight the Phoenix, Namor was like, "Yo, Jeffrey, what you doing? You chilling at home? Drown Wakanda for me. Fuck them." Yo, he dead ass was like, "This is a perfect time to fucking destroy Wakanda." And he blew up Wakanda and fucking drowned it. Like, he fucking flooded Wakanda while everybody was out there fighting the Phoenix Force.
this is a perfect time.
Yeah, he's like, "Yo, just because we working together, don't mean I won't kill you." Like, he's on some real shit. Fuck you, nigga. Anytime and place I deem it, I will kill you.
Yeah, no, Namor is ruthless.
and
he's
he's
so
also
ruthless that they literally got. If he was a real person, he would have a restraining order on him from Sue Storm.
yeah, he's in love with Sue Storm, right?
Nah,
He's obsessed with her
infatuated.
because of her powers, or just because she's a white woman.
I don't know. He saw her. She wasn't invisible enough for him.
I see you in the other side of the room, and I love you. That's the song that I pictured Namor saying. That's how he sounds when he's in love. I don't know if you know that shit, show. For all the invisible girls I've saw.
For all the girls who try to unlock the door.
Who tried to get back home after I made her my own.
For all the girls we loved before. Then none of you guys know who the fuck that is.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised. Try to Google that. Because we probably fucked up the lyrics so much that you can't even Google it.
The show should know. He likes songs like
Show
that.
don't know who the fuck that is.
Show who sings those songs. The name of the song is For All the Girls We Love.
Name one of the two.
Can't even name basketball players.
Yeah, he can't name robots. That's
Yes, I can't even name basketball players. Look at the look on his face.
Yeah.
Fuck, it changed. He was like,
So that was Willie Nelson. You know who the fuck Willie Nelson is.
shit.
And not Enrique Iglesias, but his father.
Julio, right?
Yeah, Julio Iglesias.
So you heard, show?
What was the correct answer to that? Who sang it?
Willie Nelson and Julio Iglesias.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would have never guessed that. I ain't know Julio Iglesias sang with it.
Now we're talking about Enrique's father.
Exactly.
Yeah.
El Puma.
You know
he
that.
got the
You
face
don't know
like
he's saying.
he saw your brother's face, whatever he said.
I thought you called him El Cucuy. That's why I'm like,
I can
all
tell
right,
you
nigga.
didn't
I
hear
don't
it. I said, yeah, whatever.
all right, nigga. You Cucuy my ass, the fucking boogeyman my ass.
That's the
He
face
said
you gave
El
me,
Puma.
whatever, nigga. Whatever.
Whatever, nigga.
That's the face I got.
Oh, because it's funny. He's like, yo, I
Oh,
don't even know he's sang with somebody, but you know everything else about him except for the one big fucking song he had. Let's get to this main topic before the show fucking passes out.
You might actually like that song, show. Check it out.
I'm gonna download it. I'll try it. I'll let you.
Word. All right. Now, show main topic. You know that we was talking about the problem that Marvel is facing right now and the potential DC problem coming soon.
Oh, and Show, you better be in this conversation because you are part of it.
Yeah, you are the big part of the problem. You wear brown socks. That's the problem. All right, Cap, take it away.
So the major problem facing Marvel right now is not comic book fatigue. It's comic book indifference.
Yeah.
Marvel is starting to see. Here's what happened. Marvel started with being loosely based on the comics. And that got people into it because it was entertaining and all that jazz. Then they strayed away from the, what do you call it? They strayed away from comic book accuracy and were just making movies based on the previous movies they'd done. Right? Thor, Love and Thunder, Ragnarok, Multiverse of Madness, all that shit. Then Marvel turns around and goes, oh, we have an opportunity to go back to comic book roots. They tried with Eternals, but they didn't go far enough. They go with the Thunderbolts, which is good, but nobody cared. You get the Fantastic Four, and now it's a fucking issue because people have a problem with the way certain characters were portrayed. I worked with somebody who said that movie was not like the other movies. And when I explained to them, I was like, yo, but they're going off of how the comics are, not how the movies are. She said, it's too late. You already did 15 years of how the movies were. Why are you now going to go back and show us how the comics were? Should have did that in the beginning. But I'm trying to explain, it's like, but these movies, those other movies are irrelevant. They're not part of the actual people who make the comics. So you get complaints like a couple of people I know who are like, oh, Sue Storm shouldn't have been able to do that with fucking Galactus. Like, they made her too strong. And again, how strong was she? She died and didn't even push him all the way in the fucking thing. Surfer had to come and fucking finish the job. Johnny was going to sacrifice himself. Like, how strong did you see her? Not to mention, we just said she could put a fucking a force field in your brain and expand it, and boop, you dead.
I'm gone. Pow pow.
But to the point, show came on here. He was like, yo, I didn't read any of the comics. I didn't know any of that. He didn't know who Franklin was. He didn't know what was going on. There's a lot of other little examples of people now tired of the fact that not only does it seem like you got to go back and watch all these movies, but now if the characters are more closely related to their comic book counterpart and you're not into that comic book world, you now have to go and look at that shit too. And people are like, oh, fuck that. When I can tell you right now, Civil War is one of my favorite fucking Marvel movies. If I explain to you the Civil War comic, the premise is the same. An incident took place. Iron Man's on one side, Cap's on another. They have their fight. But the actual particulars are fucking miles apart. What was the inciting incident in the movie? Anybody know?
One that blew up the bomb and it blew up a building.
Yeah, she blew up Crossbones and Lagos.
Yeah.
And Lagos. And it caused them to put the what do you call it? To strengthen it with the Sokovia Accords. Right?
Yeah.
What was the incident in the comic books? Anybody know that?
Spider-Man on that?
Nah. A bunch of teen fucking superheroes who were live streaming, and trying to be like YouTube fucking celebrities were chasing down this villain who was a little too strong for them. They couldn't contain shit properly, and they fought him near a school, and the motherfucker blew up and detonated and blew up the school and killed a whole bunch of kids. Because the idiot superheroes didn't know how to fucking do shit properly and fought them at the wrong place. While they're trying to live stream and become fucking YouTube stars.
Can't
See
put
how
that in a
vastly
movie.
different that shit is?
Yeah. Also, the problem with these movies now is that people go there expecting every movie to be the same. Like, I was speaking to somebody about Thunderbolts, and they're like, yo, I didn't like Thunderbolts. I said, why not? She goes, because everybody in there was so sad. It was so sad that, like, and I'm like, hold on, wait, you didn't like the comedy? Like, no, it was funny, but the characters were so sad. I was just expecting action and this and that. And I'm like, oh, so you don't like character development. See, the issue with comic book movies and action movies are there's no character development in action movies. Like Vin Diesel's been saying family since day one. His character has not changed. The only thing that changed is he went from a street racer to a fucking star CIA save the world agent. All he's doing is still driving and family. Like, in all honesty, let's get this shit straight. No one changed in that movie whatsoever.
Except
Even
for John
Paul
Cena.
Walker. Even Paul Walker. Paul Walker was a bullshit undercover cop who liked to drive, turned into a fucking a federal agent that turned into a rogue agent that liked to drive, turned back into an agent that liked to drive, and then turned back into a rogue agent that liked to drive. Nothing changed. And it's all action, and people are like, oh yeah, I like it because it's stupid and blah blah blah, and they do cool shit with the effects. Then you sit there and you watch Thunderbolts, and if you've seen the TV shows like Winter Soldier and Falcon and Winter Soldier, you know who U.S. agent is. You know who Walker is, and you see him going from that show and what he did, how he fucked up his family into this. If you watch Hawkeye, you see Yelena. If you watch Black Widow, you know what Yelena lost. If you watch Black Widow, you get to see the Red Guardian. You know where he's coming from. Everybody in here has character growth. They're at a point in their life where they're at their lowest, where they're willing to do anything to feel something or to be a part of something because they have nothing. If you watch Ant-Man and the Wasp, you see what Ghost has been through. You know, how she had her whole life was being ripped apart in the quantum realm with all that quantum energy and all that other shit. She can't sustain it. And she has the only thing she can be is a fucking assassin for the government because she can't do nothing else. These are stories that were told everywhere else, and now we get development where this guy's not really a dick. This woman, yeah, she can be something more than just an assassin. Yelena may have lost everything, but still has stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then we also get the story of everyone is still looking for that super soldier. Like no one learned from the Hulk. No one learned from the Abomination. No one learned from the flag smashers. Everyone is still trying to form the super soldier, and they got the Sentry, which became one of the worst fucking things that can ever happen from a bad super soldier formula.
Not to mention, you want to talk about character growth. And I know this isn't the exact discussion we're having, but you know how we go.
Yeah.
Sometimes we go off the rails. Wanda went from the end of WandaVision to, you know, she was looking for her kids, but she was in a good place, to the start of Multiverse of Madness, reverse that whole shit, and now she wants to kill the parent and take the kids out of a good place and all this stupid shit. And you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck happened?
You know, and that's.
But I say that because Walker was disgraced. The shoe was ripped from him. What happened at the end of Falcon and Winter Soldier, or Captain America and the Winter Soldier? He was given the U.S. agent costume. He felt pride. His wife was there. They were like, oh shit, this is going to be good. And what did we learn? We learned that he didn't get over the shit,
With his
Captain
best friend
America being torn from him, because Sam took over and he got forgotten.
Yeah.
And it tore his family apart. And who was the second person to hug what do you call it? Sentry.
Walker.
John.
Yeah.
The guy who hated John with everything he had at the beginning. He couldn't have given any fucking shits at all. But he knew what he had to do.
Yeah. And this is the problem with this is one of the biggest problems. It's before they used to cater to the non-reader. Now that they got the non-reader, they're trying to go more towards the reader. But the issue is that we're in brackish water. You know what brackish water is, Cap?
I've heard of it, but
So brackish water is a mixture between fresh water and salt water. So those fish that are in brackish water, like lobster, they can potentially live in both fresh water and salt water, depending on how you migrate them into one another. So we have the comic book reader and the casual watcher bumping heads, and the problem is that these guys are going, we're making movies. You don't need to read the comics to watch these movies, because these movies are telling you who these people are. You need to watch the movies. But what's happening? The comic book readers coming in here going, oh, the Fantastic Four did this, and with Galactus going into another thing and him developing time travel into quantum realms, that could lead Doom into stealing his technology and blah, 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 blah. And everybody's like, wait, what? Like, they did that? And then, yeah, it's like, now you got to do this. And then the movie is going, bro, we're just showing you how intelligent Reed Richards is. The shit he did in the 60s is what Iron Man took when the galaxy lost half of its population. Iron Man figured out time travel. Reed Richards on a Wednesday afternoon figured out there was multiple universes in this motherfucker and figured out a way to transport each other through it.
Yeah, if you want the perfect example of what Toe's talking about with the comic book reader versus the non-comic book reader, go back and watch our discussion of the Fantastic Four and watch me just give a little bit of context to who Franklin Richards is, and watch Show turn around and go, now I have to go back and read all this shit because who the fuck is the baby and what the fuck does the baby do?
Yeah.
All because I gave just a little bit of context.
Yeah. Where in the movie, Galactus mentioned this guy has the power cosmic. Now, without knowing anything, or with watching the other Fantastic Four movies, you should know Galactus gave Silver Surfer his power to be the hero, to go find Earths to go eat, or planets to go eat. Now, if Franklin Richards has the power cosmic, and Galactus can give powers to a normal person, wouldn't it make sense that Franklin can revive his mother?
Yeah.
Now, maternal instincts for a baby, it knows its mother. It's been in the womb with its mother. They say to calm down the baby, you do skin to skin so it feels comfortable in its mother's arms. If the baby is on top of the mother and the mother has no life, I don't know about you guys, but I felt my mother without life. It's a completely different aura. That baby would know something is wrong. They know when something is wrong. Because when I was a baby and my mom was holding me, I was crying forever. And then my uncle and my pops would pick me up. I stopped crying. It's like, because you was so frustrated and nervous and you didn't have no sleep. The baby realized there's something wrong and it was crying because there's something wrong. They were calm and the baby got calm. We feel each other's fucking auras. You're telling me that this has nothing to do with comics. It's something to do with life. You're telling me that baby can, like, not instinctively, but just so happen to be like, come on, like, do something, or want the mother to be like, yo, give me attention, give me something, hello, hello, hello. Because what do babies, they want attention, they want to be changed, or they want food. The mother's dead. He's laying on the mother's fucking chest. Hello, hello, where you at? Hey, look at what I'm doing. Boom. Bring the mother back to life. You can believe a charger can grab onto a hook and fly to another mountain and successfully release the hook and land and drive down the mountain without destroying itself. But you can't believe a baby full of cosmic energy, the same as Galactus, can revive a woman. You're full of shit.
Yo, more to that fact. The big thing here, again, Fantastic Four coming out of there. Now everybody's got questions. Was that Doctor Doom? How does she push Galactus? All this other shit. Superman finishes. Questions about Supergirl, or why is Superman so vulnerable here? How come he got his ass kicked and all this other shit? Do you know what doesn't happen in other movies? We watch Weapons. Do you know what nobody was fucking doing? Nobody walked out there and was like, yo, do I gotta go read a book or something? Because how the fuck did this bitch become a witch?
Yeah.
We watched Naked Gun. You know what didn't happen? Nobody came out and went, yo, do I gotta go watch the first fucking 3 films? Because I don't understand how the fuck he punched the dude in the stomach and the dude was like, oh, you hit me in the tummy. The tummy shot, you cheated? Like, nobody has any extenuating questions coming out of that movie, out of a regular movie, because the movie tells you what the fuck you're supposed to know, and that's it. But the issue is and this is what I've been saying for a while. The issue is, and even Toa said this, we watch a comic book movie, and then you leave, and you got somebody who goes, that was dope, but in the comics, and now we open up a can of worms because...
You know what else is crazy? Total Divas, Young Rock, Smashing Machine. What do they all have in common? You're watching someone's life that is portrayed in wrestling or MMA, right? So Smashing Machine is a documentary of someone's life. Total Divas is a
dramatization.
Is a traumatization of the divas in wrestling's lives. Young Rock is a big exaggeration of his life in wrestling, or his young life. No one is sitting, except for me, no one is sitting there going, that's not how it happened in the real world. They didn't have a promo on Raw face to face. The Rock said that promo in the back with Jonathan Coachman. Triple H was nowhere to be found. They did that in the show because fuck it, why not?
It looks better.
Yeah, but no one's going, do I have to watch the Monday Night Raws war to fucking see Young Rock? Or is the people, they're like, yo, I want to watch wrestling. For what? You don't need to watch wrestling to see the divas. You know who they are.
Yeah.
But then you watch, like, the Batman. My issue with the Batman was, if he's supposed to be a great detective, why wasn't he detecting shit? If this is supposed to be your best friend, why the fuck aren't you urging and finding someone that was kidnapped? If you're supposed to be the Riddler was the only one that I said in the comics that's not him. The Riddler I know, he's supposed to be, that's not him. That's the only person in that book, in that movie that I said that's not him. The Joker could have been better, but I critiqued the movie.
Yo,
people
the
are
Joker wasn't even in that movie, so
yeah, and also people want to critique Superman. You know how you become so righteous and you become so powerful in your stance and you don't let people sway you for what you believe in? You know how you do that? You make mistakes. You be vulnerable. You have to be one side of the coin in order to flip it to be the other side. That's why Batman is so scary, because in that alleyway where his parents died, he was afraid for his life. He was afraid. And that fear keeps him from being afraid again. If he was never afraid, he wouldn't have been Batman.
Not to mention, if you talk about Superman, what makes Superman such a great hero is the fact that he is all powerful. And not only does he still fall to the same follies as men or as humanity, he still chooses to be above it and be the best version of ourselves.
That's why when I forgot who it was, but there was a episode that was in the comics where Batman was with somebody. I think one other kid or something like that, and he was protecting him. And he goes, "I'm sorry, Batman, but my favorite superhero is Superman." And Batman turns around to the kid and goes, "Want to know a secret? He's mine too." That's why Batman and Superman respect each other so much.
Yeah, because the fact that Superman can sit there and talk to Lois Lane and be like, "What the fuck do you mean? People were going to die. I had to do something." But what did he do? He didn't go in there and destroy their whole army. He didn't go in there and knock down a regime and put somebody new in. He went in there and kept the peace to the best of his ability. He went in there and did the thing not one of us would do given the power in that situation.
Yeah, because you would have turned into a dictator at that moment.
Yeah, the majority of us would not have done it. The majority of us would not have seen a giant kaiju in the street and still try to save the kaiju because he knew this is not somebody who's aggressive towards us. He's acting upon shit that's been done to him.
Yeah, the kaiju is not the enemy.
Yeah, every one of us, myself included, would have been like, we slice the head off, we throw his body into the sun. That's it.
Yeah. And you know, this is the thing where people need to realize, like, well, one of the problems with comic book movies now is everyone wants Infinity War, everyone wants Endgame, and you gotta get through this to get that. You cannot have a book where the ending is page 1 through 58. You have to have a beginning.
Yo, Endgame, this is what people don't understand. And again, this is the primary fault of comic book movies right now. And we're talking about Marvel, and this is specifically Marvel. If you watch Endgame, sans any other movie, you only watch Endgame, it is not a good movie. It starts with everybody and dejected because they lost. And if you don't watch anything, what the fuck happened? They kill some dude. Then it goes away for 5 years and come back. And some random guy who gets pulled out of a machine by a rat turns around and goes, "Hey, time travel. So now let's go back and get these stones." And the guy you killed at the beginning of the movie is now alive and now coming back to kill you guys again, bringing his whole army. There's only 3 people fighting, apparently. And then portals open up and all these motherfuckers come running out. Where the fuck were they from the beginning of the movie? Because you didn't watch any other movie. Endgame was the culmination. Endgame was you stuck with us for 20 years. Here is our thanks to you.
Yeah.
You can't get that because that's not supposed to be the fucking movie we get. That's the ending of the story. That's the 3rd act finale.
Yeah, and people nowadays are like, I'm not gonna watch this because other people are telling them it's good or bad, right? Where most people are saying this movie sucks. Either 1, are trying to find the comic, or 2, don't know what the fuck they're watching. And the reason why I say they don't know what the fuck they're watching is because they're not paying attention. You go watch a Batman movie and you see the Batman and he's beating the shit out of people. He's doing all this shit. There's Catwoman, the Penguins in there. It's like, oh, this shit is awesome. You watch Batman Begins. Oh, this shit is awesome. You watch the fucking Dark Knight Rises. This shit is awesome. Right? And you sit there and you go, all right, cool. Now, as a movie, The Dark Knight was a good movie with Batman in it. That was because of the Joker. Because we can cherry pick all of these comic book movies about the character, but the movies themselves are good. So what are they doing now? They're making strong characters. There's not as much action in it as I want. Superman is supposed to be someone you admire. Captain America is supposed to be someone you admire. Batman is supposed to be someone who's cathartic, that has rules. Iron Man is someone you aspire to be because he's a millionaire playboy philanthropist. Everybody wants to be that fucking guy with fuck you money and tech to do whatever he wants, right? But you had 20 years of Captain America going, we don't sacrifice people for this. This is what's wrong. This is what's right. I'll lay down my life on the line for people. We'll lose together if we have to. All these inspirational quotes from Captain America. People love Captain America. Iron Man, you see him being that playboy to now being the guy who's a father and sacrifices himself for the galaxy. Peter Quill, you see the growth in him and all that. 20 years of it. Superman comes out, there's not enough action. The Thunderbolts come out, they're too sad. Watch the movie. Right? There was plenty of action in Thunderbolts. And there was a lot of comedy in it. But there was also something in there where you're watching this movie with your daughter. And like, oh, everybody in here is so sad. There's gonna be a time when your daughter is gonna feel alone. Like no one knows who she is. She doesn't know who she is. But you know who she is. You see her for what she is. You can always remind her, like, look, you know who you are. You know what I'm saying? There was always a time and place to learn something. Superman, my greatest power is that I'm human. Just like you are. Because in every iteration of us versus them, and when I'm talking about us versus them, it's humans versus aliens. Every iteration, the one thing the aliens do not account for is our willingness to survive. Our heart to survive. Apparently no other species has that. And that's why the Eternals is like, this place is different. They literally said it. This place is different. This place is worth protecting because I've never seen a species with that much will to survive. They went back in time to bring their people back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they're special. Superman, a fucking alien from another fucking planet with the powers of a god, is looking at us, talking about our strength is what he lacks. And he had to learn humanity from his father. Because why? You little shits, when you're that young, think you know everything. And when life fucking smacks you, you go to your father, your mother, and they're the ones that put perspective back in you. That's why when a lot of people say, yo, you're 20-something years old, you don't know shit. It's because life ain't smack you yet. It ain't take perspective out of you. Superman had to have the perspective put back in with his father. And his father told him, like, yo, listen, that may be your parents over there, but did I raise you to be that? Are you that person? No. So who gives a shit what they said? What they wanted? This is who you are. Be who you are. Right? Where is that at? No one sees that. And like, oh, we don't want to learn a lesson every time we watch a movie. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Because you go to you watch a horror movie. You learn the lesson. Don't fuck with the goddamn Crystal Lake. don't fuck with the guys in the gas station.
Yeah.
When you ain't got no reception on your fucking phone. You know what I'm saying? Like,
to that point, certain movies have certain functionalities. Right? Horror movies, catharticism. You get to go in there and you either in your mind are running as one of the victims, or you're cheering on whoever the horror movie character is killing all the victims. And you're getting that release of this motherfucker cut me off on the highway. This bitch over here is fucking yelling at me for something. Go ahead, fucking Art the Clown. Tear this bitch's nose off. Like,
yeah.
you get that release. Romantic comedies or romantic films, you get that that feeling and sense of longing and love and happiness and success in watching people couple together. Dramatic films, you get in there and you go through a fucking emotion with whatever the drama is happening, right? So superhero films come in and you get that fucking, if done correctly, you get that sense of what true heroism is. You get that sense of what right and wrong is. And if the characters are complicated and done well, you get that sense of you don't have to be perfect to be the hero.
Yeah.
You just have to, when push comes to shove, you just have to know what the right thing is and do it without hesitation.
And you know, it's weird because the generation, I get, all right, the generation before us is the one that doesn't know what's going on with these movies, unless they watch
Generation
the,
X.
yeah, unless they watch unless they read the comic books, they don't really know. Our generation, we had a little bit more than just the comics. We had the cartoons, we had, you know, the toys, we had the
Video
lore,
games,
the video. We had a lot more avenues to get the information from these, for these characters than just the comics. The generation after us and this new generation, they didn't grow up with Family Matters and Step by Step and Fresh Prince of Bel Air and Home Improvement and all that. That was basically teaching you how to become a person in life. Like Uncle Phil and Carl Winslow taught you how to be a man in a family. Fucking Harriet and Vivian taught you how to be women and mothers and families. Like they showed you Hillary, even though she was brain dead and only worried about shopping, she still had a heart. Ashley was insecure because she was the young one and she thought no one paid attention to her and all that. Carlton was trying to be like his father, but realizing he's not his father and he's his own man and he's still got to be, you know, strong. Will is the guy out of place, but even though he's out of place, he can still be himself and fit in. Family man, Urkel, no matter how much he went after Laura, he still knew when it was time to go. No, that's the line. I'm not sleeping in the tub. You are. No, this is my prom also. I'm not turning in Stefan so you can go to the prom with Stefan. You either go to the prom with me or you go to prom with no one. He still had the backbone to go, no, that's not fair to me. No matter how much I love you and how much I do for you, he had that. It showed. There's some lines you can't cross because you'll never come back from it. And what do we do now? What does this generation now do? They're the first ones to prostitute themselves for some kind of fame. So when you get some story of someone doing the simplest thing, because you're too busy fucking prostituting yourself, being stupid on your phone camera for fame. And that's one of the biggest problems that the Marvel universe has when they're making movies and TV shows. Because you sit there and you're trying to portray someone in this world so these people can connect with, and you wind up making a character that doesn't make sense in this world. Like Ironheart. In Wakanda, she was not the person she was in the TV show. but because she had to fit in. She had to do this. She had to, I want to be iconic. You don't know what iconic means. Back in the day, Urkel was trying to change the world with all of his fucking technology. Bill Nye the Science Guy was trying to bring science to the world so people can change the world. Neil deGrasse Tyson is bringing fucking the astrophysicists to Fort Light so they can travel the universe to change the world. And you people are fucking putting firecrackers up your ass and shooting them into the sky because you want a couple 100,000 views. And you can't stand a fucking guy having a backbone and a line going, I'm not willing to cross it. Because we're in a generation, would you shoot your mom in the face for $20,000? The answer is yes. The generation we're living in now, the fucking generation that gets to talk and knows how to use X and Instagram and all this other shit to get people's attention, that generation that got everybody's attention online, the little bullies, they're the ones that are willing to shoot their moms and themselves in the face for $10,000. They're the ones spending all their money buying followers. They don't have the fucking balls to look at themselves in the face and go, who am I? That's the issue that we have here. We're in a generation full of pussies.
How do you follow that up?
Our show?
Yo,
Oh, don't throw it to me after that rant.
no, yeah, I'll pick this up. I said this during our critique of Ironheart, right? But they wrote her like a modern day person, right?
Yeah.
People of the new generation. You grew up in Chicago. Your stepfather and your best friend died from gun violence. You have the fucking technology already. Then the second the sound rings off of a gun, boom, protective bubble. You can save countless lives from gun violence. But your iconic moment is seeing what somebody else did and doing that same shit.
Yeah.
Man put on an iron suit. You're like, everybody's trying to be Iron Man. I'm going to do it better than what everybody's trying to be. You already have something that is the fucking core of your fucking traumatic experience. You solved it, so it never has to happen again. Who the fuck cares what an iron suit does?
Yeah.
That's the issue. The iron suit is flashy. The iron suit's going to get me attention. The iron suit's going to get me what? Money? What the fuck? You have everything you need. Nobel Peace Prize. Death by... Yo, you put that shit... If you bring that in the real world, you put that shit in every school. When the kids come into school, they all get the bracelet. You get a mass shooter come up. Boom, 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 boom. Everybody's bubbled up. That dude can't do nothing.
Shit, you can even put it in the home security where drive-bys, boom. Or if there's a fire in the house, bloop, now you got a bubble to protect you from the fire. You're able to get out of the house without being burnt or smoke inhalation.
Yeah, the fucking applications are endless and way better and way more efficient to actually protect than you building a suit that you said yourself everybody else is fucking doing already. If you look, just look at YouTube. How do you make a successful YouTube video? You find your category that you're in, and you read what the algorithm does, and whatever they say to do, you do the same. How do you fucking win a Magic the Gathering? It's a card game that I play. You follow the meta. You see what dipshit A did, and you just you build his deck.
Yeah. You know, I was looking at a video, and it was how to put the Android screen in your car. When I went back to the homepage, 30 videos of that same fucking screen, same fucking process, different people, how to do this. I watched a video of people building houses. One guy made a smokeless fire pit. Go back to the home screen, 30 videos, smokeless fire pit. This fire pit will explode. We made one out of cement. All different people doing the same shit. I watched somebody do a house tour. 30 fucking people. Same fucking house. Tour. It's no longer, you go there and you go, what are these people doing? Oh, 1,000 people like watching fishes. Let's go outside and make a fishing video. These people, oh, everybody's looking up how to change the light bulbs in the car. Let me make a video how to change the light bulbs on the car. All the same car. Not a different one. All the same one. God forbid you have a car that, you know, it's not as fancy as the other ones. How do I do this? You got maybe one guy. Here's how you do it. It's the most boring shit in the world, and he doesn't know what the fuck you're talking about. All the same shit. TikTok. This dance. Now everybody's doing the fucking chicken, the milkshake shit. And I'm sitting there going, this is not milkshake. Is your ass and it's twerking. The video of the song was girls in the football field twerking, and you guys are fucking doing some rabbit punches. I don't know what you're doing. I don't like it. I get it out of my face. Or the best part, everyone's depressed. Now everyone's talking about, you know how hard it is to be a man. You know how hard it is to do this. You know how hard it is to do that. I'm like, I don't seem that fucking hard. You sound like a bitch. You know how hard it is to be a man that loves somebody? Yeah. And you know what a man told me? Get over it. Plenty of fish in the sea. Right? So what do you do as a man? You get over it and you go plenty of fish in the fucking sea. And if you can't get over it, well, you fucking act like you can and keep doing your shit. The party that we want to be invited to does not start with pity. You know what I'm saying? And that's the issue. There's too many people talking with their opinions like that. If you want a review of these movies, there's 20,000 people over the review of the movies. 20,000 people are sitting there going, look at these Easter eggs. And you watch it and go, wow. The crack on the sidewalk is an Easter egg of Tony Storm building the Mark 6 because the crack is 6 inches long and the Mark 6 is the 6th one. Cool. You know, like, it's like, all right. And then this guy, the same shit. Look at all the Easter eggs I found. There ain't 12,000 Easter eggs in a fucking 2-hour movie. I'm sorry. You're pulling shit out your ass. Also, you want a real fucking review of the movie? Go watch it. That's what we say. We liked it. Go watch it. This was good. And if you know the characters, you'll like it even more. That's all you need. You got fucking people telling you the whole goddamn movie. Well, there's no point in watching now.
Oh. Let's not talk too much about that. That was my review of Weapons. I just went almost scene for scene.
No. But the thing with Weapons is no one knows what kind of movie it is. You know, we watching Superman, like, you know, all right, we don't need to tell you the whole movie. Or we're reviewing the movie as like, yo, this is what happened in the movie. Spoiler alert. But our added reaction theater is, yo, this shit was good. I liked it. There's a bunch of funny shit. Go watch it. You want to hear what happened during the movie? Come on, into the channel. You know, but shit, like I'm pretty sure the reason why Show has all these questions is because he knows we know the character. But if he watched a movie that was, let's say he watched a movie that was just fake, like Mutant X. Remember that Mutant X back in the day? And he'd be like, yo, was that the X-Men? Nah, that's an original movie. Oh, okay, all right, cool. Because they got this one girl that can do this and that and this, and that and this. But if you watch the X-Men movie, what the fuck is up with Wolverine? He don't kill nobody? Like, this, that, and Storm is weak, and what the fuck was that and this? Because you know who, it's like, well, you know, they muted Wolverine. Apparently he's not allowed to kill nobody. You know, apparently what happens to a toad when it gets struck by lightning? Everything else.
Same thing that happens to everything else.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's because we're supposed to know the comics. It's a different critique. So my advice to these people, to James Gunn and James Filoni and Robert, what's the other dudes? Will Ferrell, Fahey and Ariel Costo, all these people that I don't know, all these people. Do not do what Mako Wakakiki did, but make your fucking movie. Do not make Thor: Love and Thunder. Do not make Ragnarok, because that's too many liberties now. And that's not even I'm not even telling you took too many liberties with the comic book character. You took too many liberties with the fucking character from 20 years ago in the movie. Like, you fucking piece of shit made a new dynamic between Moliere and Thor for no reason. We had 20 years of Moliere and Thor. 3 movies before that. 5 movies before Love and Thunder. And all of a sudden, Moliere's in love with Thor? You fucking crazy? Are you fucking stupid, Wakakiki? Fucking fuck out my face. My face.
And see, now, somebody who does like that movie will see that and go, yo, that shit was hilarious. And you're like, but that's not Thor. Thor in the comics, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, who gives a shit? I don't read the comics. Now, there's somebody that I watch, a review that I watch, who anytime he reviews a movie that was based on a book, he says outright, I didn't read the book. I'm not going to read the book. I don't care about the book. I want to see what the movie's doing. And is that a way you can do it? Yeah. But the people who know the book are looking for, the people who know the book are looking to see somebody's reaction, to gauge their own reaction off of how this compares to the source material. Again, it's that brackish water where Show's watching a different movie that I'm watching. Oh, with the perfect example, Spider-Man No Way Home. Everybody saw a fucking movie they absolutely loved. I saw a completely different movie because I was watching it through the lens of different experience. That's what my coworker said. She watched the first 3 Fantastic Four movies. Came in with that lens on. This is not the same movie. I watched Fantastic Four with the lens of, let's see if they can finally get the characters right. Perfect fucking movie.
Yeah, because those 3 movies suck. Those 3 movies are not. Those aren't the real characters. They're not the first family of Marvel in those movies. In this movie, they're the first family, like, superhero.
Now, why is that a problem for the general audience and not for us. Well, it's a problem for general audience because back in 1990, Coke came out with a new formula, new Coke, and to people who don't give a shit about soda and were just picking shit up, they were like, "Oh, this is good." To everybody else who drank Coke before, they were like, "What the fuck is this? This is not the shit I'm used to. This does not taste the same." So they went, "Fuck it, we're going back to Coke." That's what happened in reverse with the Fantastic Four. A lot of people went, "Oh, we're used to this." They came up with the new Fantastic Four, and people were like, "No, that's not what we're used to. I don't know what the fuck this is."
Johnny Storm doesn't need to be a fucking teenage idiot.
But here's the thing, right? Because one of the things that Chris Evans Johnny Storm is he was the guy who was he was chasing all the women, right? They alluded to it in the Fantastic Four movie. He made the joke. He's like, yeah, I know. Johnny saw a hot fucking alien woman and you think he had a moment. But he's like, guys, get past that shit for a second. I actually have some actual shit to say. But the problem with Marvel, the problem with comic book movies in general is there's so many. We had the good story. We had the story from start to finish. And instead of making a new book, they try to just continue the book we already finished. And now people are getting too much like, yo, we finished the book already. That book had an ending. Why are we still reading the same book? And no matter how good you make the characters this time around, no matter how much shit you fix, it's too late. Because this isn't phase. I don't even know what phase we're in. But this phase hasn't built to shit because of outside forces. But even if it wasn't outside forces, only one movie had anything to do with Kang. If Kang was still around, one fucking movie had something to do with Kang. Thunderbolts didn't need Kang in it. Captain America didn't need Kang in it. Fantastic Four wasn't even in our time or in our dimension. So what the fuck were we building towards? What the fuck are we building towards now? You got people who don't care about the fucking comics. You got comic book fans who are like, dude, what the fuck are we watching? And they're all pinning their hopes on the fact that you could bring Robert Downey back. And I already spoke to a different coworker, and not only had to explain who Dr. Doom was, because he didn't even know who Dr. Doom was, but I had to explain that Tony Stark is not back. Robert Downey Jr. is playing a different character.
We don't know that yet.
We do know that. You know how we know that? Because Robert Downey Jr. said he was playing Victor Von Doom. Kevin Feige said he was playing Victor Von Doom. And the directors of the fucking movie said he was playing Victor Von Doom.
But in the comic, isn't there a variant of Iron Man that actually turns into Victor Von Doom?
No. There was a what if story about what if they traded places. But there is not a variant of Tony Stark that becomes Doom.
Okay, that was my misunderstanding.
Yeah, so Victor Von Doom switched consciousness with Tony Stark.
But that was a what if.
Yeah. And Also, it was because Tony Stark had the money and the technology. But Tony Stark as Victor Von Doom was still smart enough to become successful and start his own business as Victor Von Doom. But that's I think that's also what hurts him is that Robert Downey Jr. is back and everybody's like, oh, Robert Downey Jr. is back. Who else is coming back? With the people coming back, no one cares about the new people. It's like you watch the Royal Rumble and you're like, yo, there's a possibility that such and such might come back, Batista might come back, or AJ Lee might come back, and you watch the Rumble and they're not there, and you got fucking Ricochet and the Hurt Business in there, and
I
no
don't know
one.
if it was this past Rumble or the Rumble before that, where I'm patient zero on that. I was like, yo, who are we gonna get? A surprise return or a legend coming back? And with every entrance, I was like, oh, it's just the guy who's been here. Oh, it's just the guy who's been here.
Yeah.
Then we get to entrance 30, and I was like, that's it? Nobody came back? I was like,
Yeah.
Nobody did anything? We just got the same motherfuckers, though?
Yeah. And yo, the Fantastic Four happened in the 60s, and they're coming. It came into our time through Thunderbolts. They already showed Beast from the X-Men. The X-Men is coming. You're telling me you can't endure this? You endured the first. We already went through the first phase of Marvel. Half of it was hit and miss. This shit is like, yo, you're not gonna watch this. You're not gonna watch that. You're gonna stop people from making these movies. And I'm not saying that these movies need to make $80 million a night. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's like you're gonna sit here and say, "Oh, this shit sucked." What have we noticed in all these movies? Age of Ultron, people said was the worst Avengers movie, but then you watch it after all the shit that happened. Like, wait, Age of Ultron did a lot because they didn't see the forest through the trees. They didn't see what the fuck was happening. They just was like, oh, Ultron is supposed to be this big fucking guy, and they beat him so easily. Like fucking Kang. They had to pivot with Kang because, you know, he decided to do what he did, but who was he protecting us from? Victor Von Doom? Was it the Council of Kangs? Who was he protecting them from? We don't know. That doesn't make Ant-Man bad. But when it happens, like, oh, this is what he was talking about in Ant-Man. Because that whole, oh, damn, I got to watch 82 movies to go and see what happened. If you watch a TV show, you got to watch all the episodes to see why they did that shit at the end, too. You got to know why it was so wonderful to see King Joffrey die. Because you sat through all those seasons of him being a little bitch, little motherfucker. But if you just saw that episode, you're like, oh, they just killed him. But you sit there and you watch all those episodes of him being a little fucking cunt. And then they finally kill him, like, yes.
Conversely, this is what I've been talking about. If they did a Game of Thrones movie, right? Not based on the books or whatever, like the continuation, and it was just in movie form. In order for me to understand what the fuck the motivations of the characters are and what's truly happening, regardless of what the movie itself is telling me, it would behoove me to go back and watch the show, because then I would have a better understanding. And here's the proof. I've never watched any fucking Harry Potter movie in my life. Except for, and I don't remember what the name of the movie is, but the one where Dobby dies.
I think that's the second to last one.
So then Deathly Hallows Part 1. It's the only movie I ever saw, and it was in the theater with Toe and my mom. And I was so fucking lost. Not at the movie, not at what the movie was telling me, but the greater context of why I was supposed to give a shit.
And you know
For
what?
the first time in my life, Dobby died. Everybody's crying, and I'm like, why the fuck do we give a shit about this character?
You know what's funny? He doesn't show up too much in the other movies. I think he showed up like twice or something. But just because he was Dumbledore's servant, and then I think Harry Potter freed him. He's like, you don't have to be a slave anymore, and he's like, oh, you're Dobby's friend, and Dobby just became his friend.
Yeah, but now here's the thing. Everybody who watched the movies from beginning to end,
Yeah.
from one to there, they had their connection with Dobby based on what happened in his appearances, right?
Yeah.
Everybody who read the books had their connection from the books, then strengthened with their connection watching the movies. I read no books. I saw no film. I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Harry
And
Potter is my friend.
I have to ask you what's going on. And if I want the greater context, I would have to either go back and watch all the movies or go back and read the books. And as somebody who's on this side of the argument now, I'm not doing either of that shit.
Yep.
But also, you knew ahead of time there was 5 other movies.
True.
So it's not like this is like if this was Star Wars Episode 6, the first ever movie made, and you're going, the fuck is this? Gotcha. But this is Star Wars with Rey in it. There's 9 other movies. And now you're going, who the fuck is Lando Calrissian? Sorry, player. You had too much time on your hands to not know who the fuck that is if you want to come in.
But you could say the same thing to me. I had all that opportunity to watch all those movies before going in there.
No, yeah, but I get it. But you didn't go in there going, oh, I'm expecting to see the world's greatest fucking movie because everybody's saying Harry Potter is the greatest. You went in there because mom wanted to watch. She's like, all right, fuck it, let's go watch one of the movies you want to watch. You know what I'm saying? Like people, like Fantastic Four. All right, hold on. Let's get Show back in here real quick. Joe, we pulled Show from the green room so he can hear this part. Fantastic Four, whether you want to believe it or not, you don't need to watch any other movie because this one did a good job of explaining who they were and what the premise was. Now, granted, knowing the characters from the comics helps you understand them, but also think about this. What did they say most of the time? Every Sunday we have Sunday dinner. We're a family. We're a family. We're a family. We're a family. The Thing, the Johnny Storm, their uncles, Franklin, Sue, and Reed Richards. They're the mother and father of the group. Reed is the protector of the world. Sue is the mom of the world. The minute they go, sacrifice your kid to save the world, they said no. We're gonna figure out another way. What happens?
Say no.
Yeah, but what happens though? The mom and dad taught the planet. Sometimes there's a line you can't cross. And all of you people should know. We're not going to sit here and sacrifice you for our kid, but we're also not going to sacrifice our kid for you. It's like the parents are telling the older child that this baby is not more or less important than you. Family hero group. first family of Marvel is a family hero group in the movie and is a family to the world. It was self-explanatory there.
May I interject? Because I got something else from that. I got we are here to save you, but we're not gonna save you by sacrificing our own. Does that make sense? By
That's pretty much the same thing I was saying, or that they said, but in different.
That's what I was. Go ahead. I wasn't trying to interrupt. Just
no, I'm saying like, but what you got is what they said.
No, I think I understood. I think I understood. Show.
All right, go ahead.
Because what you said had a different connotation than what Show heard.
Correct.
The way you said it made it seem like, here's the lesson. You are the same as Franklin. I don't give him up. I don't give you up. I'm not throwing you away to protect him. And I'm not throwing him away to protect you. We are in this together.
Which is what Sue Storm said. But again.
Yes. But Show heard a different connotation to those words. He didn't receive it the same way you did.
Correct.
Show heard, yo, we all die here because I'm not giving this baby up to save y'all.
Nah, I'm gonna find another way because I ain't giving up my baby. I'm here to protect y'all, but I ain't gonna protect y'all by giving y'all my baby. That's more
he heard
what
it.
I heard.
He got a different message than the one you got and the one I got. But this is where I say, if you read the comics, you wouldn't have gotten a different message. But people they don't care anymore.
Well, because
like
because
I'm not saying Shows one of them who don't care, but people don't care.
No. But we're like you with the Lord of the Rings. We don't care to go back and read to find out what we missed. Go ahead.
No, but so like, where people were comparing this to the other Fantastic Four movies, it's like that's the issue. Is like you're literally comparing this movie to another movie that has nothing to do with it. You're comparing apples and Ferrari. Yes, they're both named Fantastic Four. They both have the characters' names in it, but none of these characters are the same. Because Reed Richards in the original 2 Fantastic Four movies was a blabbermouth that had to prove something to someone. Reed Richards in the Fantastic was a guy who fucked up and needed to fix everything on his own. Reed Richards in this movie was the smartest man in the galaxy. He knew already what was happening before people knew what was happening.
And according to you, there's the Reed Richards in the comics, correct?
In the comics, yes. Reed Richards is one of the smartest men in the comics. But what I'm saying is that this movie here proved this Reed Richards is one of the smartest beings in the world. Also, it proved the Thing, Johnny Storm, and Sue Storm was as more intelligent than anyone else, but it took them a little longer to figure it out than Reed Richards. But they showed the brotherhood of Johnny Storm and the Thing. They showed Sue Storm's love for her baby. They showed Galactus in another light. For everyone who knows about Galactus, he's just a world eater. He's a world eater. In this movie, they showed him like, yo, I'm tired of this hunger. I need to pass this shit on to someone.
Again, if you read the comics, they portray everybody exactly how it's supposed to be portrayed. Even though Nyla Ball is not the Silver Surfer in the comics. Her fucking coldness does proceed from the comics. That shit, like, yo, I want you to spare my planet, but every other planet, she's gonna find the biggest one with the most life.
So here's the thing, show. So when you go, where Cap goes, yo, I'm not gonna go and rewatch the other Harry Potter movies or read the books to figure out who Dobby is. This one goes, if you just so happen to be inspired to read the comics of the Fantastic Four after this movie, we gave you an introduction of who these people are. Because if you read the comics from the other movies, you're like, who the fuck are this? This ain't the motherfucker I saw on TV. Where the fuck is Jessica Alba? Like, I didn't see this bitch was bleeding, picking up a notebook. What happened? I didn't see one of the most powerful beings in the world here. Like, what happened? You watched the original X-Men? You don't look at Storm as a god. You look at her as somebody who could push wind around.
True.
This is where people don't they don't need to know this, but it's where it's a misinterpretation. Like what you heard from Sue Storm and what I heard, it's similar but not the same, right? But you can take it as, yo, I'm not gonna sacrifice my baby. I'll find another way to save y'all. I don't know how that's a bad thing when the word she uses, we're still gonna save you. I'm just not sacrificing my baby. How can you expect a woman to sacrifice her baby?
Yep. Not yet, sir. Well,
And
I
also, how can you expect her to sacrifice the baby to a fucking galaxy eater that we have no idea who the fuck he is? If he can destroy us for nothing, what makes you think he's gonna fucking come back and go, all right, well, you know what? You had your time, but destroy us again. You think a bully is gonna be like, you give me $1, I won't hit you no more. You give him $1, he comes back tomorrow for $2. If I ain't giving you $1, but I'll smack you in the face. That bully ain't gonna ask you for no more money. It's somebody in the street that got more money than you. You know what I'm saying? But everybody wants that super action. There was not enough action in there. It's like they had to tell you 5 years worth of shit.
Yeah.
I would have loved to see. I would have loved
that.
to see.
Yeah.
I would have loved to see the Thing beat up people. But then again, it's like Franklin Richards was the main character.
Yeah, but I hate when people say, "Oh, it wasn't enough action." This motherfucker, Reed, solved problems almost instantaneously. We got to watch this man's mind make a machine to test his child for every possible thing except the shit he didn't know existed.
Yeah.
And then turn around and go, fuck it. You're going to tell me who you are.
Because I realized I can't find out with this machine.
We got to see them build some shit that allowed them hyperspace travel to go face to face with Galactus.
In the 60s.
Then you see the switch turn on and go, oh shit. I know how we could fucking stop Galactus and mobilize an entire planet. How is that not just as oh yeah, they didn't throw any punches. Okay, but this is the smartest we have been saying since John Krasinski showed up on screen. How the fuck is Reed the smartest man on the planet? He just told the one woman who can do whatever the fuck she wants with reality that our magic bullet has to talk to you. She removed his mouth. And we're sitting there like, how the fuck is Reed the smartest motherfucker on the planet?
Yeah.
They showed us. But nobody got punched in the face.
If you think about it, Reed Richards should be like Batman. Reed would have been like, "Oh wait, Wanda's coming. Hold on, I got some shit. Nullifies magic. Bloop, bloop." You know what I'm saying? Like, I invented some shit that makes this bitch boom. You know, fucking Anaxinamoon, all that shit nullified.
You know what he should have done? He should have been like, "Yo, Black Bolt, the minute she comes in, just say what's up."
Yeah, destroy the planet, but just get her with you. No, but you know what I'm saying, Show? Like, I know you have questions about stuff with the baby and all that other stuff that, you know, maybe you didn't catch, but it's not the best movie in the world. I would give Thunderbolts a little bit better just because I like that style of movie. But how do you expect to get a movie at like Endgame or Infinity War out of them in round one? That was a question to you, Show.
A valid question. Maybe we're not being fair with them since they already had it. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe we're not being fair to them since we already had Fantastic Four before. So basically, this is like I guess we were ready for the bang since we didn't get it the first time. So we didn't give it a fair chance to like explain itself. Like usually the first one you get to explain yourself, and then okay, the second one we're ready. But this is the second one, so it's like explaining itself again, but in the correct way. So it's a little we're not being as patient.
Because you guys don't understand that this isn't this isn't the fourth Fantastic Four movie. This is the first Fantastic Four movie in the context of the MCU.
This is the first actual Fantastic Four movie. The other ones are documentaries on people who may have had these powers in an alternate universe. Because, you know, to be honest with you, the Spider-Man movies in the Sony universe are more accurate than the Fantastic Four movie.
Than the Fox Fantastic Four. Let's not confuse them.
There was 5 Fantastic Four movies?
I said the Fox.
Oh, the Fox. Yeah, fuck them too.
And on that note.
Yeah, it's time to go. It's 11:11. Make a wish.
Oh, wait a minute. I had a question for y'all. Can I get a question in? I mean, y'all ask the questions.
Good.
Let me see. Actually, I got this question from while y'all was talking, and I wanted to know. I wrote it down. There you
I
go.
think you wrote it down. I
I had to write it
Forgot where
down.
you wrote it.
I had to write it down because you guys were talking, and I don't want to forget. But my
Oh,
question to
I
you
thought you
guys
wanted-
is, what movie would have been great, since you guys want to talk about all this comic and stuff? What movie would have been great to you guys if you wouldn't have read the comic? Like, is there a movie that you guys are misjudging because you read the comic? This is not how it is. But if we didn't know the information, would have been great.
All right, so the easy answer for me is Spider-Man No Way Home. And that's if I've never seen the original Sony Spider-Man, that movie would have been a million times better for me. That's the only legitimate answer I can give you.
Thor Ragnarok. Because Thor Ragnarok for me is a bullshit imitation of Planet Hulk.
And only somebody like you would know that, because I don't know what the hell Planet Hulk. So to me, it was
So
great.
when Thor went to that planet and became a fighter and did all that, Planet Hulk, the Hulk did that, and he fought Battle Ray Bill, and Thor wasn't nowhere near that. Like Michael Wakachiki took that shit and fucked it up for everybody.
Okay.
Like one of the greatest stories the Hulk had started in Planet Hulk. You know what I'm saying? And then that World War Hulk and then World Breaker Hulk and all that other shit. Like the greatest power the Hulk ever had came from that beginning of that story. So to me, it's like
You ruined.
yeah.
Fair enough.
So I would say that because you know I don't read too many comics or too many. I don't know too many comic book stories, but that one I know. So a little bit. I don't know a lot of it, but I know a little bit. So that one could have swayed me in judgment.
What about you, Show? Perfect answer as always.
Yes.
Wait, you asked the question? I didn't hear that.
I said, what about you?
Honestly, I have never read none of the comics, so I can't even compare.
Okay, so here's my question to you. What movie do you think would have been better had you have read the comics?
Ooh. Not a movie, but maybe a show. And I don't even think the show was versed on the comic, but WandaVision. But I'm guessing that's not even a comic like that. The way they thought of that show.
Actually, no. If you would have read the comics, you'd have gotten more out of Wanda and Vision's relationship, out of her kids, Billy and Tommy, out of her, out of the hex and shit that she did with Agatha. You would have gotten a lot more out of it.
Okay.
So that's a good answer.
Yeah. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it's your friendly neighborhood knuckleheads signing out. Tune in next week where we'll finally answer Show's question.
What's the most overrated movie MCU has?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Is Rebecca Romaine Stamos' husband's hair real?
But she's Rebecca Romaine now.
Yeah. So what you said, the most overrated MCU movie?
Yeah, that's a legit question for next year.
All right. Well,
Ooh, you're not gonna like my answer.
word. Peace, everybody.